All right, Shalom. When to start, begin all praise to Yahweh Shem Yahushai. Double honor to the apostles of Israel, to the apostles of Great Millstone, and peace and love to all the brethren, preaching the truth and all truth sincerity. All right, basically, I want to do this little sit down, basically on the truth that we push and the word that we believe in, which is Yahweh Shem Yahushai's program. Due to that, the consequences possibly on this earth, or some men will have to be put to death, or some men will have to be tortured, physically harmed on high levels. You know what I'm saying? Because these devils, these so-called white people, these elites, they want to do harm to the men of the Lord because they hate us. All right, they hate the Lord's chosen people because they're not chosen. All right, stemming back to Jacob and Esau, the actual two brothers, when Esau sold his birthright to Jacob, therefore giving Jacob the inheritance of the earth, and ever since then, Esau's had a perpetual hatred towards Jacob. You know what I'm saying? So amongst all these thousands of years, these Edomites, these so-called Caucasian people, have been putting hell on the Israelites, which are so-called Negro, Latinos, Native Americans. First and foremost, to the men that have been pushing this truth, right? In the empires of the Greek Empire, Roman Empire, so on and so forth, all right? And we back in those same empires, and those things are going to happen again, all right? Because that's basically what the truth is about, you know what I mean? Holding faith until death. And the death could be a painful death. It could be a slow death. It could be a horrible death. Everybody's not going to just go off into the sunset, man. Some men are going to get that work put on them, all right? And we still, through the spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, if you're part of the elect, if we're part of the elect, we're going to endure that pain, all right? And that's basically the story I want to get into about the 7 brothers that got tortured for by King Antiochus of the Greek Empire for basically not going against the Heavenly Father. And being tortured and being basically beat to shit, all right, for basically not taking heed to the king's word and staying steadfast with Yahweh Shem Yahshua's word. This is the book of 2 Maccabees. I'm going to scripture. The book of 2 Maccabees, chapter 7. I start at verse 1. It came to pass also that 7 brethren with their mother were taken and compelled by the king against the law to taste swine's flesh, which, you know, that law is the law, statutes, and commandments in the first 5 books of the Bible, of the scriptures. The law, statutes, and commandments that the Lord gave to Moses to give to the whole nation of Israel to follow for the rest of their existence. Were taken and compelled by the king against the law to taste swine's flesh, were tormented with scourges and whips. All right, so since these brethren didn't want to eat no pork, this devil decided to whip them and to scourge them, you know, and basically beat them. All right, like that's the things that some brothers might have to go through in this present time, right? That's why people, the brothers that's in this, need to understand that this is serious, man. It's serious to get whipped, man. It's serious to get beat for what you believe in. Because everybody always talk about you're free to believe in whatever you want. Well, obviously these brothers wasn't, because for their beliefs they got beat. But the Lord said to endure till death, man. To endure to the end, to the end of your life. However it ends, you're supposed to endure that, and that's what these brothers did. And I'm gonna continue. But one of them that spake first said thus: What wouldst thou ask or learn of us? We are ready to die rather than transgress the laws of our fathers. So he's saying, so what? You already know our story. You already know the deal. So what you want to know from us, Antiochus? We ready to die. Fuck you. Basically. And long story, they saying, fuck you, Antiochus. Fuck you, devil. You know what I'm saying? Then the king, being in a rage, commanded pans and cauldrons to be made hot, which forthwith being heated, he commanded to cut out the tongue of him that spake first, and to cut off the utmost parts of his body, and the rest of his brethren and his mother looking on. So that first one that says something, he commanded him to get his tongue cut out and basically get cut up, get hacked off, get hacked up. You know what I'm saying? Just because he didn't want to bow down to him, he said, cut him up, cut off his tongue, and he had his brother's watch, man. And mind you, they still holding fast to Yahweh Shem Yahushai. They're not like, all right, well, don't do that to our brother. We surrender. No. He said the first one that said, he said, look, what you asked of us, man, we ready to die. Ain't nothing that you could do that you going to make us go against Yahweh Shem Yahushai, so you could do whatever you want. Because at the end of the day, you still a fucking devil. And that's to you at least right now. So whatever you do to whatever man that the Lord gives to you on this present time, just know that you still gonna go into slavery, just like Antiochus is, man. Wherever he is and whoever he is. All right. Now when he was thus maimed and all his members, so when he's all fucked up and cut up and shit, whipped, he commanded him being yet alive to be brought to the fire and to be fried in the pan. So on top of that, being cut up, whipped, tongue cut out. He said he got to get burnt up now. And that's what they was doing to us in slavery in America. They was burning brothers, man. They was burning Jake. They was burning so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, man. So this ain't nothing new. This was going on back. This is the Greek Empire. So all of a sudden now, these devils, all of a sudden shit changed. This is clear cut that we're the Israelites and those are the Edomites. Being yet alive to be brought to the fire and to be fried in the pan. And as the vapor of the pan was for a good space dispersed, they exhorted one another with the mother to die manfully, saying thus, The Lord God looketh upon us, and in truth have comfort in us, as Moses in his psalm, which witnessed to their faces, declared, saying, And he shall be comforted in his servants. So the Lord is being the Lord is down with this, but the point being is that the Lord is saying that they're going out like G's. They're going out like true soldiers. Going for the whole cause until death. Till death. Horrible deaths at that. And it says, so when the first was dead after this manner, so after he all messed up, and all the brothers seen it, he burnt up. You know what I'm saying? It says, so when the first was dead after this manner, they brought the second to make him a mocking stock. And when they had pulled off the skin off his head with the hair, they asked him, Wilt thou eat before thou be punished throughout every member of the body? So after they basically scalped him, they saying like, yo, to stop this, all you gotta do, yo, eat a little pork, eat a little BLT, eat a little ham, eat a little bacon, pork bacon. So like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what kind of righteous person does that? Just because they don't believe, just because they don't want to bow down to whatever program you got, you just pulled off the skin of his head with the hair with it. It says, they asked him, Will thou eat before thou be punished throughout every member of thy body? So all you gotta do is eat this pork and it'll stop. Continuing, it says, But he answered in his own language, the Hebrew, and said, No. Wherefore he also received the next torment in order as the former did. So he basically getting the same thing as his brother. Same whipping, same burning, so on and so forth. You know what I'm saying? It's this happened. This and this is why they'll never put that in the churches. That these were so-called, these were men of the Lord. And look what these devils was doing to him, man. Just because he didn't want to eat no pork. Come on now. It says, former did. And when he was at the last gasp, he said, Thou like a fury takest us out of this present life, but the King of the world shall raise us up, who have died for his laws unto everlasting life. That's talking about the Lord Yahweh Shai, who the world didn't call Jesus Christ. Because when this happened to these brothers, they knew that there was going to be a redemption of Israel. Like this was not going voided. Like this wasn't just happening just so they can get pain done to them and then they just die. No, they knew that there was a future. There was a future that they was going to get payback. And it's going to say later on in the chapter. After him was the third made a mocking stock. When he was required, he put out his tongue, and that right soon holding forth his hands manfully. So he put out his own tongue, saying, Cut out my tongue. Cut out my tongue. You know what I'm saying? Do what you're going to do, devil. And said courageously, These I had from heaven, and for his laws I despised them. And from him I hope to receive them again, the next life. And insomuch that the king and they that were with him marveled at the young man's courage, for that he nothing regarded the pains. So all they were doing to him, he was taking it like a champ. He was taking it like a man. And that's Lord willing. I pray first and foremost. Personally, I could say personally, I pray for that same strong spirit in those days to come. If I am one of those men that's supposed to get that, because who knows, like brothers in your camp, or you could be one of these 7 brothers right here. And it's going to happen. It's going to happen to some brothers, and that's the topic. That's the point of this video. So like, for the brethren out there that's maybe knowing this thing, or the brothers that forget the severity of this truth, that this truth is going to lead to things like this in your life, and it's going to be soon. This is not going to be thousands of years from now. This is coming soon. So what these devils doing right now, they're getting everything situated, everything right, so when they can just run down on us. The real threat, the real terrorists, because they're gonna call us terrorists. You know what I'm saying? Because we out here exposing their lies, and we basically calling them devils, and we telling them their future, and they don't like that. See, says that now, verse 13. Now, when this man was dead, also they tormented and mangled the fourth in like manner. So they basically beating these brothers one by one, man. hoping that one of them is going to somehow flip on Yahweh Shem Yahushua. That was the goal. That was the goal of this. That was their method. That was what they were trying to do. They're trying to get these men. Well, they got 3. They're trying to get the next one to basically bow down, and basically like what's the word I want to use? Forsake Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Okay, so when he was ready to die, he said thus: it is good being put to death by men, to look for hope from Yahweh, to be raised up again by him. As for thee, thou shalt have no resurrection to life. So he's basically telling these devils, hey man, you can do what you want, man. I take pleasure in this. Because, for another time, in the scriptures it says, it's better to fall into hands, it's better to die, it's better to fall into the hands of one that can hurt the body, but the one, roughly paraphrasing, the one is worse to fall into the one that can kill the body and spirit. Because basically all Antiochus is doing is killing their bodies, but he's not killing their spirit. Their spirit is strong in them, and he knew. And by him saying that, he knew that his spirit's going to go back up to the Father, and when the time comes, it's going to come back down, and he's going to pay back the motherfuckers doing it to their physical body right then at that time of the Greek Empire, man. And that's the time we're coming into. So you devils, you get as many brothers as the Lord allows, but just know this: the Lord is going to allow all those brothers that you get to get all of y'all, because you're not going to get all of your elect. You're only going to get some that the Lord sees fit. But we, the nation of Israel, are going to get all you nations, all you Edomites. All you Edomites are going to go into slavery. It ain't going to be just the heads, the elites. It's going to be the whole nation. And he told them, you ain't going to have no resurrection of life, man. You ain't going to have no resurrection. Because when you come back to your next life, he's telling them, you going to be under us for what you're doing. Afterward, they brought the 5th also and mangled him. Then looked he unto the king and said, Thou hast power over men, thou art corruptible. Thou doest what thou wilt, yet think not that our nation is forsaken of Yahweh. Our nation, talking about the Israelites. He said, you have power over men, but you're corruptible because you're men, basically. And that's the spirit you got to be in. You got to be in the spirit of we're just men, and that these people over us are just men. But the true power is the power is not seen. The creative spirits, the owner of spirits, man. That's who you're supposed to fear. So you're not supposed to fear. You're not supposed to fear what these police might do or what man might do. You're supposed to fear what the Lord might do, because the Lord, if the Lord feels you deserve it, if it's coming to you, that means that the Lord already ordained it. So and they knew that. These seven men knew that, and the mother. So that's why they took it. That's why they took it the way they did, because they knew that there was a purpose for it. And they knew about reincarnation too, obviously. Then looked he unto the king and said, verse 17. But abide a while, and behold, his great power, how he will torment thee and thy seed. So he's basically saying, like, yo, when the time comes, when you come back in the regeneration, reincarnation, how the Lord gonna get you and your seed. How the Lord gonna get you Edomites, man. He gonna get you so-called Caucasian people, man. And it ain't gonna be nice either, man. You see what and this is an account of 7 men, but they did this to numerous men. They did this to numerous Israelites over time, over empires, man. Esau was always, every chance he got, he would kill the Israelite, man, kill a Jake. And he's still doing it and getting away with it. But that's why the time's coming when he's not going to get away with it too much longer. That's the whole point. It says, after him also they brought the 6, who being ready to die said, Be not deceived without cease. For we suffer these things for ourselves. Okay, here we go. This verse 18. Now this is 2 Maccabees chapter 7, verse 18. This is a critical scripture right here. After him also they brought the 6, who being ready to die said, Be not deceived without cause. For we suffer these things for ourselves, having sinned against our God. Therefore marvelous things are done unto us. So the reason why they were going through that, and the brother clearly stated, is because that we fucked up. And that's what we're going through right now, because we fucked up. The Lord ain't fucked up, we fucked up. So the Lord said, you know what? I'm gonna give you to your enemies. I'm gonna make you a laughing stock. I'm gonna make you the butt of every joke. I'm gonna make you the most oppressed out of everyone, man. I'm gonna make you the poorest. I'm gonna make you the most out of order, the most unorganized, the most hateful towards your brother, man. It's all in the curses. The book of Deuteronomy, 20th chapter. It's all in there. It's all in there. The reason why we're going through what we're going through right now. All right. And Okay, it says, different more things are done unto us. So like the reason why you getting me and you got our brothers, you gonna get our mother, is because we fucked up. We went against the Lord's statute commandments of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. So therefore, since we did that, the Lord, that's our punishment. So the punishment was to get how the brother got whipped and mangled and poured, tongues pulled out, so on and so forth, man. Even in the time of America, the times of America, this is all for that. This is all for the same reason. All right? But think not thou that takest in hand to strive against Yahweh, that thou shalt escape unpunished. So he basically telling them, oh, you got it now, dog. You got it. You know what I'm saying? You want to get this tongue. You going to get chop my body up. You can whip me, whatever. You could beat me. You beat my brothers. But you are going to get it again. You going to get it. And you're going to get it from us, and you're going to get it from the nation. You're going to get it from the Lord through us. And remember, first and foremost, the Lord hates Esau. So to you white people out there, I know you're going to say, oh, well, how do you know? How do you figure that? Blah, blah, blah. But just notice what I'm telling you. The God of the Bible hates you. And you're not white people. You're Edomites. You come from a man named Esau. That's your forefather. And he hated him. Therefore, he hates the nation that he sprung. He sprung. And he loved Jacob, which is the so-called Negro, Latino, Native Americans, man. We didn't make the program, man. We didn't write the script. Don't blame us. All right? But the mother was marvelous above all and worthy of honorable memory. For when she saw her 7 sons slain within the space of 1 day, she bare it with a good courage because of the hope that she had in the Lord. So basically, this woman seen her sons die, horrible deaths, and yet she still kept faith in Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Because she, you know what? She knew she was going to see him again. And the sons likewise. They knew they was going to see her again. And they're going to come across each other again real soon. And they're going to come across Antiochus, the devils that took part in also torturing them, the soldiers or whatever. The men that he had under his order. We going to get y'all, man. Even for the things y'all haven't done yet, man. Because y'all going to do something. Y'all going to throw some of us in prison. Y'all going and we can't stress this enough, brethren. I came out there, man, across the 4 corners, man, to the brothers that see this video, take heed that this is going to be getting serious soon. Man. It's already serious, but it's going to be getting serious to your personal lives. And before the physical, you know, it's going to be monetarily, it's going to be spiritually, emotionally. You know, things are going to happen to where your faith is going to be tested. But the Lord said you're supposed to take it in good cheer, because He overcame the world, and so shall we. If we just got to keep the faith. The persecution is going to come. The oppression is here. But we have to go through it because that's the only way. That's the way the Lord wrote it to go. You cannot change. You cannot uplift the curses of yourself, man. Because first of all, you didn't put the curses on yourself, so you damn sure can't uplift them. All right. Yea, she exhorted every one of them in her own language, filled with courageous spirits, and stirring up her womanish thoughts with a manly stomach, she said unto them. Now, basically, they're saying she's a woman, but she had to. I don't want to say gird up her invisible loin, but she basically had to like man up the best way she could, man up the highest way she could as a woman. And what that take? That was a spirit. That was a spirit. That was a fire in her, man. Because it says she was a woman, so we know the woman was still the weaker vessel, but the Lord had to put an extra spiritual boost on her to go through it too, to endure her sons being tortured and beat. Just cause they won't eat no fucking pork, and all whatever other debauchery that was not even written in here. Not just them, all the nation, man, all the nation of Israel, man. This is only one account. I'm pretty sure that this was a regular thing. All right, but this is just for edification, and this only thing we need right here. This story right here, these devils fucked up. Cause the Lord said, "What? You touched the apple of His eye." That's not a certain number of Israelites. If you touch one Israelite, you touch them all. You know what I'm saying? Just remember that, you devils. Yea, I was like, I cannot tell how you came into my womb, for I neither give you breath nor life. Neither was it I that formed the members of every one of you. But doubtless the Creator of the world, who formed the generation of man, and found out the beginning of all things, will also of His own mercy give you breath and life again, as you now regard not your own selves for His law's sake. So basically, to the sons, you basically made your body. They made their bodies living sacrifices, and she was going to do that in the future. Reading on down, but they made their bodies living sacrifice to know that they were gonna get mercy and they're gonna get life again. That it wasn't that was the end of their life, and then they just gone forever, fading into the wind. No, that body is gone, but that spirit, the Lord, they know that the spirit that was in those brothers was going to be put back in other bodies. That's the whole thing of the spirit. These bodies ain't shit. These bodies ain't shit. It's a spirit in us, man. And Lord, that's why the Lord said, that's why David asked the Lord not to take the Holy Spirit from me, man. Not to take away my muscles not to take away my, you know what I mean? He said, don't take away the spirit, man. Because you can have muscles, you could be tall, you could be athletic. But if you have a weak-ass spirit, you got a evil spirit, man. That's what the Lord is looking at, man. The Lord don't give a fuck how many sit-ups you can do. The Lord don't give a fuck how much you can bench. Man, the Lord is the controller of spirits, man. The Lord can take the spirit out of that bench, that yoked up body. Then what? You ain't shit but a dead, bulky, athletic body. Verse 24. Now Antiochus, thinking himself despised and suspecting it to be a reproachful speech, whilst the youngest was yet alive, did not only exhort him by words, but also assure him with oaths that he would make him both a rich and happy man, if he would turn from the laws of his fathers, and that also he would take him for his friend and trust him with his affairs. Now, peep this devil. This devil just offered him that. After he just killed all his brothers, he going to offer him this kind of deal and think he should take it? If he would have did that, that would have meant he had no integrity, man. That means he had no backbone. And Esau supposed to get a pass? That was a spit in the face. That was very disrespectful. I just tortured you. I just tortured your brothers, killed your brothers, and now if you don't want it, I'm gonna make you a rich man, make you a rich heavy man after you just mangled and chopped up my brothers. I'm supposed to be in league with you now. You gonna be my friend? Now you gonna be my friend? That's the evilness of you fucking Edomites, man. You damn Edomites, man. That's why you got to be put in slavery, man. This right here alone is a detriment to your nation. And this is, like I said, this is just one account. This happened all the time. Because in the book of Maccabees, you had Israelites that sold out to the Greeks. All right. Okay, but and it says and trust him with affairs. So trust him with his business. Come on, man. Like, really, dog? It's like, yo, he had the galls to offer to say this to him. It's crazy. But when the young man would in no case hearken unto him, the king called his mother and exhorted her that she would counsel the young man to save his life. So, yo, go talk to your son real quick. Tell him what I could do for him, man. Tell him how I won't do him like I did his brothers if he just do these few things. And it says, but she bound herself toward him, laughing the cruel tyrant to scorn. So she laughing at this nigga like, nigga, please. He ain't gonna do that shit. What you come to me for? It says, but she bound herself toward him, laughing the cruel tyrant to scorn, speaking her country language, Hebrew, on this manner. O my son, have pity on me have pity upon me that bare thee 9 months in my womb, and gave thee suck 3 years, and nourished thee, and brought thee up unto his age, and endured the troubles of education. I beseech thee, my son, look upon the heaven and the earth, and all that is therein, and consider that Yahweh made them of things that were not, and so was mankind made likewise. Reading on, it says, verse 29, fear not this tormentor, but being worthy of thy brethren, take thy death, that I may receive thee again in mercy with thy brethren. So basically he's saying like, yo, take this now, I'll see you again. It's going to be painful, but take it. Just straight up. And that's the mentality that we hope every day that the Lord is going to instill in us, and when that time comes, man. Because we're not out here saying like, yeah, see, that's the spirit that's going to be in me. No, that's the spirit I hope the Lord puts in me. Because you still got to be humble. You still have to be meek, lowly. You have to hope that the Lord puts a spirit like that in you, man. That's a strong spirit, man. To go through that, man. Go through that torture. And then not having proof that there's something after it. But the faith is the proof. The faith is all you need. And it says, verse 30. While she yet was speaking these words, the young man said, Whom wait ye for? I will not obey the king's commandment, but I will obey the commandment of the Lord that was given unto our fathers by Moses. So those commandments, those I believe 613 law, statute, commandments. That's what he said he gonna follow for the remaining years of his life. He ain't gonna bow down to no Greek, no Edomite. He said, all right, don't worry. He said, don't worry, ma. And thou that hast been the author of all mischief against the Hebrews shall not escape the hands of Yahweh, for we suffer because of our sins. So basically, that's it right there. We suffering this because we fucked up. We're not suffering this because we want to get tortured by you. We suffering this because we know that there's a reason why we're going through this and that why the Lord has this happening to us. And that's what we know now. We know in America, present slavery, that we know why we're in this predicament. And that the only way we're going to get out of this is when the Lord comes back. And though the living Lord be angry with us a little while for our chastening and correction, yet shall he be at one again with his servants. So the time we're approaching right now is the time for this. This is going to come into fruition, to where the Lord is going to be down with us again, to where the Lord is not going to be chastising us no more, man. The chastening is almost over. All right, but you know, basically to the topic, I'm saying that it's not over yet. And that we're coming to the breaking point. We're coming to the hot point. We're coming to the crucialness, to where like these devils are gonna make their move soon. All right. And though the living Lord be angry with us a little while for our chastening and correction, yet shall he be at one again with his servants. But thou, O godless man, and of all other most wicked, be not lifted up without a cause, nor puffed up with uncertain hopes, lifting up thy hand against the servants of Yahweh. I'm going to read that again, because you just shitted on him. But thou, O godless man, you godless man, Esau, and of all other most wicked, be not lifted up without a cause, nor puffed up with uncertain hopes, lifting up thy hand against the servants of Yahweh. For thou hast not yet escaped the judgment of Almighty God, who seeth all things. For our brethren, who now have suffered a short pain, are dead under Yahweh's covenant of everlasting life. But thou, through the judgment of Yahweh, shall receive just punishment for thy pride. So that's coming into pass. That's going to come into pass real soon. So to you, Donald Trump and Donald Trump supporters, you cabinet members that he just made, and all you other low-level Edomites, so-called Caucasians, y'all all about to get this word. The same word that they told that this king he gonna get, that's gonna go to the whole nation. That's gonna go to all of you. All right, and it's gonna come to you from us, the so-called Negro, Latino, Native Americans, the real chosen people of God, the real Israelites, man, the real Jews. All right, the real Hebrew Israelites, not no fucking Israelis. All right. For our brethren who have now suffered a short, verse 37. But I, as my brethren, offer up my body and life for the laws of our fathers, beseeching Yahweh that he would speedily be merciful unto our nation, and that thou by torments and plagues mayest confess that he alone is Yahweh. So there ain't no other gods, man. To you people that want to worship all these other false deities and all these gods, man, there's only one power, man. Only one power that created everything. And that's the power that's going to deliver us, and that's the power that's going to put the spirit in us to endure these things to the brothers that might get it. All right? But I, as my brethren, offer up my body and life for the laws of our fathers, beseeching Yahweh that he would speedily be merciful unto our nation, and that thou by torments and plagues mayest confess that he alone is Yahweh, and that in me and my brethren the wrath of the Almighty, which is justly brought upon all our nation, may cease. Then the king, being enraged, handled him worse than all the rest, and took it grievously that he was mocked. So basically, like this king, the bars he just dropped on him was like, yo, basically, long story short, you gonna do what you're gonna do, but you still ain't shit, and we gonna get you. So go ahead, torture it up, do what thou will, and you know, to these devils, man, that fuck with his pride, that fuck with his mental. It's like he's saying like, yo, you gonna do this, but you still ain't shit. You know what I'm saying? And you know, Esau, all he has is his pride, and all he has is his weaponry. So once you take the fear of that from him, it's like you ain't nothing. So this man died undefiled and put his whole trust in the Lord. Last of all, after the sons, the mother died. Let this be enough now to be spoken concerning idolatrous feasts and the extreme tortures. So long story short, the tortures is real. These devils still, these same devils are out here. These same devils that did this to these 7 brothers are going to do this to more brothers. Whoever the Lord allows. But on the flip side, when the end of it, all that is, then we're going to get them. You know, I'm going to bring a quick precept in the book of Baruch. This is the book of Baruch, chapter 4, verse 25. My children, suffer patiently the wrath that has come upon you from Yahweh, for thine enemy have persecuted thee. And that's what we're going through right now, you know what I'm saying, the persecution. But surely thou shalt see his destruction and shalt tread upon his neck. So basically, like what you brothers told that man, we're going to get them. We're going to get our enemies, all right? And with that, I'm going to go all praise to Yahweh Shem Shai, double honor to the apostles of Israel, peace, love to the brethren, Shalom.